Well, good morning everyone. As you can see, we have our bush hog attached to the tractor. We've had to do some bush hogging out in the horse pasture over the last couple days, and there's still some more to do. The vegetation in that field grew very well in the early part of the summer when we were getting lots of rain. So we had a lot of tall weeds like goldenrod and Queen Anne's lace and a variety of others get very high. Some of the goldenrod was over 6 feet, 7 feet tall, so it was really filling in the pasture to a large degree. So we had to open that up and get it back to ground level, basically all the vegetation, so the horses could actually cruise through there and eat. So that's why we've got the bush hog attached, and as I said, I've still got some more to do to clear the entire field because it takes quite a while with one of these, even though it's a fairly large cutting device, and our field isn't that huge, but it just takes a long time to cover the entire area. So quite often people will call all these kinds of cutting devices bush hogs, but bush hog is actually a brand name, and this particular one is an actual bush hog. You can see here, this one's called the Squealer by Bush Hog, and this is actually an SQ 160. I got this in 2010 when I bought the tractor. We also got a box scraper with the tractor at the same time. And we have used this a little bit, not as much as I thought we would use it. Probably we could use it more, but it's always a bit of a hassle attaching it to the tractor, and that often turns you off. But it's actually not so bad once you get into it a bit. As you can see, this unit attaches directly to the 3-point hitch of the tractor. On the lower end, it attaches to the lower 3-point hitch attachments. Then on the upper part here, the top link from the tractor comes over and attaches directly to the top of the bush hog with a standard mounting pin. And you can see with this model, it actually has a hinge point here which you want set to be raised to a degree at least, and that allows for the bush hog to flex up and down if you go over undulating ground. And like most bush hogs, you basically have a crankcase here that's driven by the power takeoff from the tractor, the shaft, and then has a rear wheel that follows up the machine. Now this wheel in operation would typically be flipped around the other way, but for whatever reason it's just facing backwards right now, just the way it was left. And then this one's a 5-foot brush cutter, so 5 feet of width, and basically just 2 large blades underneath that spin quite rapidly, and they'll just macerate everything they come into contact with, basically. So even when you go over these really tall weeds, there's not a lot left of them once you get over them. So there you go, a little bit of the information on the bush hog we have, and now I've got to get back out into the field and try to finish that field off as best I can.